Hey my friend, this is Joe Bakhmoutski. I'm the author of Simplify Cancer, Man's Guide to Navigating the Everyday Reality of Cancer. And I'm also the founder of Power to Be Happy. Listen, I want to tell you about why you should absolutely compare yourself to other people. Because I think in our culture today, it really gets a bad name. I think people kind of assume that if you're going to compare yourself to others, then it's going to make you feel bad about yourself. And that you're going to do things that you're not comfortable with, maybe things you're going to regret. And I think that's true if you take it to the extreme. But in reality, if you use it in a healthy way, if you use it in a way that it should be used, it's just going to make your life so much better. And in fact, I'm going to give you 4 reasons why. Well, the first reason is it really helps you to figure out what's possible. You know, when I was going through my cancer treatment, I was getting steroids, which was great because it made me feel so much better. But it also made me eat like crazy, so I ended up putting heaps of weight on, to the point where even my oncologist said, like, listen, man, that's gotta go. So I kind of never done that before. And it was a weird and uncomfortable position to be in because I was looking at other people, and on one side I wanted to say, oh my goodness, look at all those skinny people, this is too hard, I'm just going to give up. But on another level I thought, look at this person over there, and they were able to lose weight. Look at that person over there, and this person has been able to keep the weight off for a very long time. Like, am I any different? I mean, if they've done it, that means that I could do it as well. Do you know what I mean? It makes me go, it's possible. I can do it too. And that's what I've done. That's exactly what I've done. I figured out my own way of doing it, I went to see exercise physiologist who prescribed me a set of, routines that I can do, like physically in terms of exercise. I went to see a dietitian, and she suggested like a great approach in terms of like eating better. So I lost weight, and I lost about 9 centimeters of belly fat around my waist, which is I'm super proud of. But the reason why I'm telling you about this right now is because it's only happened because I compared myself to other people. And the way I look at it was, look, if other people have done it, that means that I can do it too. So it helps you to figure out what's possible. It helps you to figure out what's real and what you can strive for. The second reason why I believe, that helping The second reason why I believe you should be absolutely comparing yourself to others is that it really shows what you need to run away from. Listen, right now we have friends who are going through a divorce. And maybe you know someone like that as well, or maybe you've been through divorce yourself. And if that's the case, you know that it's ugly. You know that it's ugly, it's messy, nobody wins. And when I look at that, I go, I don't want to be in that position, And so on one level, I guess, I'm experiencing gratitude. I'm grateful for, the relationship that I have. But on the other hand, I know that that's not enough. And to me, gratitude is a very active thing. It's not passive. It's not like me saying, oh, well, I'm just glad it's not me, and you just move on. For me, gratitude means that I'm thinking, how can I make sure that this never happens again? And so for me, it's a sign that, I really need to really step up my game. I need to go, how can I be a better husband? What can I do to maybe resolve conflicts that come up, when we run into fights or disagreements or things like that? How can I be there for her, just emotionally and also physically? So how can I do more? And also, how do I listen better? I think that's true probably for all guys. We all need to learn how to listen better, right? So it shows me, how can I step up my game? Because I know that if you compare yourself to other people, then you know exactly what you need to run away from. Now, the third reason why you absolutely should compare yourself to other people, is that's how you really know that you're doing the right thing, that you're moving in the right direction, and that you are improving. Listen, I watch a lot of soccer, which I guess you might know as football, which doesn't matter what that is. But, when I watch soccer, when I see that, they, watch it on TV, and they show like players, and they show all these stats about the player, right? So they show, like, for example, the amount of distance covered, or number of interceptions made, or number of passes completed. And that's important, right? Because it's not only important to pass the ball, but it's important to pass it to your teammate and not not the person from another team. But what I mean is, the reason why it's important is that, well, first of all, I guess it gives even a lay person like me, an understanding of what's going on and how is that player performing, and how they need to perform at that level. But you can only imagine what that does for the coach, but most importantly, for the player themselves. Because all of a sudden, when you have access to understanding, where you're at and how you're traveling, you can compare yourself at other people, at your level or at the level where you want to be, right? At an elite level. And that means you can look at things and go, look, I'm doing this well, but this I can really do better. So now I'm going to work on that. Oh, and the reality is, my friend, that you are also playing at an elite level. Right, you may not be at elite level sportsman. God knows I'm not. So far away from that. But you are an elite level mom, or you are an elite level husband, or whatever that is for you. You are playing at an elite level, and we always want to be checking in with ourselves and kind of looking at other people and going, am I where I want to be? Am I going in the right direction, and what can I improve? So there's another reason why you should absolutely compare yourself to others, because that's how you know that you're going in the right direction. Now, for the fourth reason why it's so important, and I would say even crucial, to compare yourself to others, is that it really inspires you. It inspires you to make a difference. Like, we've had these horrible bushfires here in Australia, right? So many folks lost their homes and lost their businesses, lost their livelihoods, right? Like, which is just shocking, right? But when I look at those people, when you and me look at those people, you don't think, well, oh, that's fine, it's happened, and it doesn't affect me. You look at it, you go, well, this person over there, they're just like me. I could have been the person who's lost their home. I could have been the person maybe whose shop has burned down. I could have been the person who now doesn't know what to do with their life. And it makes me go, well, how can I make a difference? And I'm not talking about, creating some world-changing thing, like, I don't know, stop world hunger, create world peace. It doesn't have to be some epic thing, right? But it has to be something that you yourself know is going to make a difference. Maybe you're going to make a donation over here. Or in some ways, it might also inspire you to make a greater difference, right? So on one level, you can look at, compare yourself to other people and go, well, I want to help a person in that situation. But you could also look at, let's use this example of bushfires, right? You can look at this crisis and go, let's have a look at what the government is doing. Let's have a look at what the non-profit organizations are doing. Let's have a look at what the celebrities are doing. And they're doing all this great stuff, but there is one particular thing that is not being done that can really help a bunch of people in that situation. Maybe there's a particular need that just hasn't been met. And maybe I can make that difference. I think for me, it's definitely something that makes me think of that. Like, for example, I'm thinking, what if those people have lost their homes? What if the books are gone? What if they want to be reading picture books to their kids? What if they want to read books themselves? What if we could do something together to get people to donate their books so they can give them to people who've lost their homes in the bushfires? I think I should look at that. Maybe something that needs to be done. But you know what I mean? It makes you think of certain things that maybe are relevant to you and kind of your perspective, but really something that inspires you to take action in your own way. So I really think that these are the 4 crucial reasons why we absolutely should compare ourselves to others. Not to go in a negative direction, not to feel bad about yourself, not to beat yourself up about something, not to do some irrational things that don't make any sense for you, but in order to figure out what's possible for you, to make sure that you know what you want to run away from, and step up and be a better person, even better person than you are today. And also that's how you know that you're making progress. That's how you know that you're going in the right direction. And also it inspires you to make a difference to the way that people live, and also inspires you to perhaps even to step up and make a greater difference, a greater contribution to other people in our society. So I hope this has helped you and served you in some way. I hope there was something in there that was useful. Listen, my name is Joe Bakhmoutski. Like I said, I'm an author of Simplify Cancer, Man's Guide to Navigating the Everyday Reality of Cancer. Listen, if you think that someone would benefit, someone you know would benefit from this book, by all means, go and grab yourself a copy or find out more if you go to simplifycancerbook.com. I'm also the founder of Power to Be Happy. So this is where I talk about different ways of how we can become more happy and more fulfilled in our everyday life. And if that's something sounds like something you're interested in, you go ahead and sign up to my weekly email newsletter. And you can do so at powertobehappy.com. Listen, I want to thank you so much for sticking around and for watching this. I'll see you soon.